My ultimate collaboration for the year would definitely have been Bigz' I Just Want the Paper. If you look at that lineup, Bigz, Sincere, Chipmunk, S.A.S, Smiler and GFrsh. If I was going to pick a group of artists that I would want to see represent this country on a worldwide scale in hip hop, that would be the artists. I know I seem to keep championing the same people, but I genuinely believe that the lineup on the Bigz remix of I Just Want the Paper essentially rounds up who I believe to be the top MCs in the country. I think if you could add Wretch in there and you could add Styler in there, that to me would be my favourite rappers.
One of my ones was, This Is Our Black History. Logic, MCD, Akala, Rodney P. Fuck, there's just a bunch of MCs, like, not old school, but like past school, and ones that are kind of relevant now to the underground rap scene. And that for me was kind of cool to see that, because being at Black History Month, they did a thing to kind of say like, yo, you can't tell us what our history is, this is our history. And I liked the way past generations came through, messed with the young generations that are relevant now. Another one, Ghettz featuring Wretch, Scorcher and Kano. That track for me is how I feel music should be, because it was progressive as you could get. Basically had all the elements of what we call UK hip hop for me. So those are my kind of top collaborations for those reasons.
In terms of success and also reaching the mainstream, it's got to be said, Professor Green and Emeli Sande.
Yes,
that
definitely.
Definitely,
that was good.
The board loved it. It was a really perfect song.
I think the biggest collaboration that really hit the music scene from an urban background was Professor Green and Emeli Sande, because we brought together one artist who had just broken through this year, Emeli Sande, and who I think we can all agree is incredibly talented, and one artist who had become more chart ready than ever and put out a track that just swept the board, that was like the second highest selling single of the entire year, and that's a huge feat.
If you wanted to take it away from, I mean, all the people that are well known, someone that did something really good was Z. We did Gangster, he had Screwface and Rio, and all the guys from outside of London who will maybe not be relevant to a London scene, but definitely relevant to up and down the country. Bringing the scene together in that way, so something like that, I would say would be my best collab. Going outside of the box.
That's a good call, I can think that.
Just to take it from a different angle. Daniel Kaluuya and Rowan Atkinson in Johnny English Reborn, where that was a nationwide smash, and this guy's huge kid off ends, and he's up there with people who are starring in Hollywood movies.
Oh, so we're going for a film collaboration?
Yeah, just totally different.
Nice.
It's more than just music.
Yeah, no, of course.
I'd say writing collaboration, Charlie Brooker and Khalil Harp, Black Mirror. I think that also had a brilliant point, really relevant, really urban, but open-minded urban, rather than this is my gun, this is my, like, really kind of open
minded as well, so.
What about All Stars, the girls? Lady Leshurr, Hazel. I really liked the UK female All Stars. It was Amplify, Lioness, RoxXxan, Baby Blue, and Lady Leshurr. I think they're gonna blow. Maybe not all of them individually, but especially Lady Leshurr. I think Lady Leshurr's gonna be sick. They all got sick bodies and they're all very beautiful. So do your thing, girls.
You've got to say the All Stars could have said the Timothy Game Over, the original one. Some of the girls might have been championing the Game Over All Stars remix. I thought that was good, and I thought everyone came hard. I don't necessarily think that was the best collaboration of the year. I think only probably 50 to 60% of the girls on that record really came hard and could actually run with the likes of people like Sincere, Bigz, S.A.S, Smiler, so on and so forth.
Another collaboration that I thought was dope, S.A.S and Chipmunk, the Ready tune. That's more recent, but whatever, innit? Because for me, it's like S.A.S, they kind of get left out of the MCs that I mentioned when you think of dope MCs at the forefront of the scene. For them to do a track with someone that's really relevant to the kids, like Chipmunk, I like that collaboration. They all came with a verse that made a collaboration like epic.
S.X on the beat, that was crazy. The hook.
Oh yeah, S.X is crazy.
The hook on that was actually written by the same guy who wrote the Champion hook. To be honest, that track's got all the ingredients to be a smash.
So what about for 2011? Who was the best feature?
I might have to go with Ghettz on a level featuring Kano, Scorcher and Wretch. For me, it's like, as a person that just likes to see things progress, that track was progressive and I fucking loved the shit out of that. So I fucking loved it, you know what I'm saying?
Kano and Amplify Semantics, I think is what. Not a lot of people are talking about it too much. It needs a bigger push. Listen, man, bang that song off. Day, night, I love that song. Kano and Amplify 100%.
What do you think of Chipmunk's collaborations with the USIs?
Out of all the collabs that he did, I think the one he held his own on the most was the Movado record. I like the Chris Brown record as well.
I was going to say, he held his own on that. You didn't think like Chris Brown US, Chipmunk UK.
Yeah, no, it was not like that at all.
I thought the record was big, but it still to me felt like a Chris Brown.
You know, I'm going to agree with Cheeky on this one. It just felt like them two came together and decided, you know what, we're going to do this together.
My favourite collabo was Chipmunk and Chris Brown. I really like the production on that track. There are a lot of people out there hating, saying that, you know, if it wasn't for Chris Brown, then the song wouldn't have done as well. But you have to kind of give props to Chipmunk for the foresight, at least, to put someone of Chris's calibre on the track, because it worked. So I really like that.
Princess Naya. She's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Can you Google that?
That's one that...
Can you make it full screen?
Let me
What? Hey, listen.
Do you know what? Alright, stop with the cap. You got a cap number or something?
You know what? We're talking about best rapper, yeah? We're talking about best rapper.